This was me at 38 weeks pregnant, just a few days before I met the love of my life. Looking at this bump right now brings back so many memories. The excitement, the anxiety, and honestly, the fear of not knowing what labor will be like. As a first-time mom, I had no idea what to expect. So my solution was simple. Pack everything, yes, and I was delivering in a government hospital here in Abuja, and unlike some private hospitals that provide certain supplies, I had to buy virtually everything myself. So today, I am taking you through everything I packed for delivery, what was actually useful, and things I later realized if you're an expecting mom, especially in Nigeria, this video might save you money, stress, and unnecessary luggage. I'm telling you. Now let's get into it. The first thing you will notice is that I laid everything out on the bed before packing. This made it much easier to see what I had and organized everything into categories. I separated the delivery room essentials, the baby's item, and my personal items. Let's start with the delivery essentials. For labor and delivery, I packed a hot flask because warm water comes in handy after delivery. I added glucose because labor can be physically exhausting and many women like having something to help boost their energy. Then I packed Dettol antiseptic. You can either get Dettol or Savlon alongside several pairs of surgical gloves. I packed as many as possible. Hospitals usually ask you to come prepared with this items. So it's always good to confirm the exact list from your hospital during your antenatal I also visit. Packed a waterproof mat. One thing that might surprise some people is the newspaper and nylon bag for placenta. Depending on the hospital, this may be requested. So always ask your healthcare provider what applies where you will be delivering. Next, I packed Goya oil and methylated balm. At the time, these were on my hospital list, so I included them. Moving on, let's talk about my baby's things. I packed Vaseline, cotton wool, a mucus extractor, mentholated spirit for cord care, and a complete baby skincare set that included lotion, baby oil, and powder, and so many other things. I also packed sponge and set of combs because I wanted everything ready for baby's first bath. I included syringe and umbilical cord gel as requested by the hospital. Looking back now, I probably overprepared in some areas, but as a first-time mom, I just wanted to be ready for every possible situation. Then I packed jig because it was part of my hospital requirement. For feeding, I packed a cup, plate, spoon, feeding bottles, and a tin of non-formula just in case breast milk don't start flowing immediately. Interestingly, I ended up exclusively breastfeeding from birth, so I didn't need the formula or bottles immediately, but at the time I packed them just in case. Like I said before, I really overpacked, or will I say I overprepared for this, yes, because I don't want to hear stories. I have been to the hospital several times and I know how it is done, yes, and I have seen the stress, so I made sure to pack everything because I don't want to hear story that day. Then the next thing I went ahead to pack was diapers. Like, you cannot even go without a lot of diapers, so I made sure to add as many as possible. Giving birth in a Nigerian government hospital is no joke, so you want to make sure that all these things are ready on time. I made sure to add another set of hand gloves, surgical hand gloves. Then I added lots of tissues too because they requested for it. If you're an expecting mom, please make sure to pack your bag on time. Let's go back, please. I also packed baby wipes, bibs, hand mittens, baby caps. They requested for just 2, but trust me, as a first timer, I packed as many as, don't blame me. Again, another important thing that I packed is this receiving set. Yes, it have baby overall, baby shawl, and socks with hand mitten and cap too. That is the very clothes baby is going to wear after birth. Then I make sure to pack several onesies, overalls, singlets, little pants, socks, flannels, baby towel, and a warm shawl. Yes, I love that my baby shawl very well, because December mornings, you guys know how it is. December mornings in Abuja can actually be quite chilly, so I need something that will cover my baby very well. I probably packed enough clothes for a week, even though we only stayed in the hospital for a short time. Please, if you are hearing his voice, know that he's the one making noise. He's all grown now. That's one thing nobody tells first time moms. You don't need as many outfits as you think. 2, 3, 4, 5 is okay. That's if you're a CS mom, but if you're a VJ mom, I think 3 is enough for you. Now let's move to my own hospital bag. I packed several packs of maternity sanitary pad because postpartum bleeding is completely normal after delivery. I had my towel, nursing bras, plenty of underwear, disposable maternity pants, wrappers, hospital gowns, my going home outfit, soap, and larger flannels. Comfort was my biggest priority because after giving birth, the last thing you want is uncomfortable clothing. Loose wrappers and front opening outfits are definitely a lifesaver if you plan to breastfeed. Looking back now, after actually going through labor, there are definitely a few things I packed that I probably didn't need. As first-time moms, we often pack out of fear rather than experience. We think, what if I need this or what if I need that? So we throw it into the bag. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being overprepared, but sometimes less really is more. Experience is the best teacher, they say. If I were packing today with everything I know now, my hospital bag would probably be much lighter. Packing this bag also reminds me of how close I was to meeting my baby. At that point, I didn't know when labor would start. I didn't know what delivery would feel like. I didn't know how much my life was about to change. And now, looking back while editing this video, is honestly emotional because that tiny baby has grown so much already. Motherhood truly changes you in ways you can't even explain. If you're currently pregnant and preparing your hospital bag, my biggest advice is this: ask your hospital for their official checklist. Every hospital is different, especially between government and private hospitals. Don't rely on what you see online because some items may not be necessary where you will be delivering. Pack early and keep everything organized. And most importantly, don't stress yourself trying to be perfect. No hospital bag is perfect, and that's okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell because I will be sharing more honest motherhood experiences, baby tips, pregnancy content, and realistic mom life here on this channel. And I did love to hear from you in the comments. If you're already a mom, what was one thing you packed but never used? And if you're expecting your baby, what are you most excited or nervous about? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.